positive attitude. She's an appealing player to follow and to watch. She is this popular. I mean, she is tremendously talented. She was the #1 draft pick for a reason.
The league is very lesbian, and she's not. And there's race. There's a lot of going on.
Okay, let's break this down. On one side, we've got Caitlin Clark, college superstar, #1 draft pick, supposed savior of the WNBA. On the other side, we've got the WNBA itself. That's right, folks. The league that was supposed to make Clark a household name might be the very thing pushing her away. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. But why? What could be so bad that it's got Clark looking at flights to Europe?
With the WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season.
Well, Bill Maher just dropped some serious intel, and it's got everyone talking. We're not just talking about basketball anymore. This is about politics, identity, and feeling welcome. Or, in Clark's case, not so welcome. Ready to dive into the drama? Let's go! Picture this. Caitlin Clark, the college basketball phenom, steps onto a WNBA court for the first time. All eyes are on her, the expectations sky high. And why wouldn't they be? Clark's college career was nothing short of spectacular. She was breaking records left and right, leaving jaws dropped and scoreboards maxed out. Now she's in the big leagues, ready to show what she's got. But hold up, not everyone's thrilled about this new superstar. You'd think the WNBA would be rolling out the red carpet, right? Well, it's not that simple. Clark's making waves, but some players are giving her the cold shoulder. What's that about? It's like she walked into the locker room and suddenly the temperature dropped 10 degrees. Let's talk numbers for a second. Clark's jersey sales? Through the roof. TV ratings when she's playing? Sky high. Fans can't get enough of her. She's bringing in new viewers, filling seats, and basically becoming the face of women's basketball overnight. You'd think her teammates would be thrilled. More eyes on the game means more money for everyone, right? But here's the kicker. While fans are going crazy for Clark, some WNBA veterans are salty. It's like they're watching their spotlight get snatched away.
But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even return.
And they're not happy about it. Can you imagine? You've been grinding for years, and suddenly this rookie comes in and steals all the attention. That's gotta sting. Now don't get it twisted. Clark's not just a player anymore. She's a whole new business model for the WNBA. We're talking merchandise sales, sponsorship deals.
Positive attitude. She's an appealing player to follow and to watch. She is this popular. I mean, she is tremendously talented. She was the #1 draft pick for a reason.
Caitlin Clark is where she at because she is a baller and she's likable. She's smart. She has decorum. All the things that you look for in an athlete.
Media attention, the works. She's not just changing the game on the court, she's changing it off the court too. The league hasn't seen anything like this before. You know what's even crazier? This is just the beginning of Clark's story in the league. We're watching the start of something big here. It's like seeing LeBron's first games all over again. You just know this kid's going to change everything. Here's the thing about game changers. They don't always fit in. Clark's not just facing opponents on the court, she's up against an entire culture off it. And you won't believe what's really fueling this tension. Let's talk about what everyone's whispering about, but no one wants to say out loud. The WNBA's got a certain vibe. It's not just about basketball anymore. We're talking politics, identity, and a whole lot of drama. And Clark? She's walked right into the middle of it. Imagine this. Clark steps into the locker room for the first time, and suddenly it's like she's on another planet. The air's thick with tension, and it's not just because of her killer jump shot. She's different, and not everyone's thrilled about it. Here's the deal. The league's got its own culture. It's like a secret club with unwritten rules. And Clark didn't get the memo. We're talking race, sexuality, politics. It's a whole mix that's stirring up drama.
The league is very lesbian, and she's not. and there's race. There's a lot of going on here.
Honestly, it's been a lot of nonsense. I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from.
Some players are giving her the side eye, wondering if she's really one of them. You know what Aja Wilson said? I think a lot of people may say it's not about black and white, but to me it is. That's heavy stuff. Clark's just trying to play ball, but she's stuck in this crazy political game off the court. It's like she showed up for a basketball game and found herself in a debate club instead. And it's not just about race. The league's got a certain reputation when it comes to sexuality too. Clark's walking into a space where being straight and white makes you the odd one out. Can you believe it? She went from breaking college records to feeling like an outsider overnight. Clark's facing more than just physical defense on the court. She's up against a whole different kind of pressure. Bill Maher hit the nail on the head when he said, "The league that's always yelling about how inclusive they are turned their backs on their biggest star because she didn't fit the right image."
The tape of her getting body checked. This is a game the other day, and that was pretty deliberate. And look at the other girl on her team coming over.
One of the reasons Caitlin Clark is so beloved is that she had a good attitude about it and said it's something to work toward, and that's why people like her.
Ouch, that's gotta sting. You won't believe what some players are saying behind closed doors. It's getting intense. There's talk about Clark not being woke enough, not being supportive enough of certain causes. It's like she needs to pass a political test before she can pass the ball. Just when you thought the pressure couldn't get any higher, Clark's phone starts blowing up with international calls. European leagues are dangling a tempting escape rope. But is it too good to be true? The next move could change women's basketball forever. So here's the deal. While Clark's trying to navigate the WNBA's political minefield, Europe's waving a golden ticket in her face. We're not talking about a little bump in pay here. These European teams are offering serious cash, like buy your own private jet kind of money. The WNBA's sweating bullets, and for good reason. Think about it. Clark's barely settled into her locker, and she's already got offers that could set her up for life. Top European teams are throwing around numbers that make the WNBA's rookie salary look like pocket change. We're talking potential contracts that could hit $1 million or more. That's not just a pay raise, that's a whole different tax bracket. But hold up, it's not just about the Benjamins. Europe's offering Clark something the WNBA can't right now. Peace of mind. Imagine stepping onto the court and just playing basketball. No drama, no political tightrope walking, no weird locker room vibes. Just you, the ball, and the game you love. Sounds pretty sweet, right? And let's be real, the lifestyle over there isn't too shabby either. European teams often roll out the red carpet for their star players. We're talking fancy apartments, personal drivers, and the kind of star treatment that'd make Hollywood jealous. It's like being a rock star, but with a better jump shot. Now, Clark's got a tough choice to make. Stay in the WNBA, where she's the center of attention, for better or worse. Or jet off to Europe for easy money and a drama-free zone. It's not just about her career. It's about the future of women's basketball. If the WNBA's biggest rising star jumps ship, what does that say about the league? The clock's ticking, and everyone's waiting to see what Clark's gonna do. Will she tough it out in the WNBA, trying to change the game from the inside? Or will she take the European Express to basketball nirvana? Either way, this decision's gonna send shockwaves through the sport. Forget European contracts for a second. Bill Maher just stirred the pot, and it's way messier than anyone expected. He's calling out the WNBA for hypocrisy and his theory on why Clark's getting the cold shoulder. It's gonna make some people real uncomfortable. You know Bill Maher, right? The guy who doesn't hold back? Well, he's got some thoughts on Clark's situation, and he's not sugarcoating anything. He's going after everyone, the WNBA, the players, even the fans. No one's safe from his sharp tongue. Maher's saying what everyone's thinking but afraid to say out loud. He's pointing fingers at the league, calling them out for being total hypocrites. Get this, he said, the same league that's always screaming about equality and fairness were the ones turning their backs on their biggest star because she didn't fit the right image.
When really, y'all are the racists. The people coming up with excuses to hate Caitlin Clark.
Ouch, that's gotta sting. But wait, it gets even wilder. Maher's not just talking about the league. He's calling out Clark's teammates too. He said, If this was men, they'd defend each other on their same team. He's basically saying the women in the league aren't supporting each other.
See, if this was men, they defend each other on their same team. I mean, men will fight from two teams.
Honestly. And yeah, there's no place for it. And we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but
It's like high school all over again, but with million-dollar contracts on the line. And you know what's really crazy? Maher's not buying the whole "it's not about race" thing. He straight up said, it's not always racism when a white person succeeds. It's everything. He's saying Clark's getting pushed out because she doesn't fit the mold. She's too white, too straight, too normal? Is that even a thing in professional sports now? Maher thinks the WNBA's got a serious image problem, and Clark's caught right in the middle of it. He said the league let toxic narratives take over, instead of celebrating their new star. It's like they're so focused on being woke, they forgot about the actual game. You want to know the real kicker? Maher thinks this whole mess is why Clark might jet off to Europe. He said, Europe gave her what the WNBA couldn't, a chance to just play the game without all the extra baggage.
And her whole media popularity, her whole platform is built off the back of Caitlin Clark.
I mean, at the end of the day, nobody can deny the fact that she has completely transformed fans' interest.
Imagine that, going halfway across the world just to play basketball without all the drama. So here's the deal. Caitlin Clark's not just battling for points on the court anymore, she's fighting for her place in the game, her identity, and maybe even the future of women's basketball. No pressure, right? This isn't just about one player's career. It's about the whole direction of the WNBA. Think about it. If Clark jets off to Europe, what does that say about the league? It could change everything, but if she stays and fights through the drama, she might just reshape the WNBA from the inside out. Either way, women's basketball is never going to be the same after this. One thing's for sure, the ball's in Clark's court now. What's she going to do? Whatever she decides, it's going to be a game changer. Get ready, folks. This is bigger than basketball.